Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see from the latest hour, from breaking news confirmed by Gianluca Di Marzio in the last 30 minutes, ELDOR SHOMURODOV is one step away from joining Bologna on a loan. Let me shut the door and we'll talk about it. There we go. What is happening? SHOMURODOV is going to play for Bologna most probably 99% next season on loan from Roma. We're not talking about permanent deals here, we're talking about loans. Roma need to make space. We're buying a lot of players, but we need to make space as well. Not just because we can't have everyone, but also when it comes to a financial and an economic side as well. SHOMURODOV might be a useless player to this team, but at the end of the day, he still does earn his wages and Roma still need to pay him. So he's going on loan to Bologna, confirmed by Di Marzio. Unless anything weird happens, this deal will be completed in the next couple of hours and we will see Tammy Abraham potentially having a new backup option, a new backup striker instead of ELDOR SHOMURODOV next season, which is good. It's not only good for him, it's also good for Tammy. We discussed this yesterday. It's good for Tammy because I have a feeling last season Tammy was put on a lot of pressure because he played a lot. He played basically every single match. Why? Because he was afraid that if he didn't play, then the level and the talent of the team would drop. And that is the realistic side of last season. So this is definitely something which will benefit Tammy Abraham, but it's something which benefits SHOMURODOV as well. Because yes, it is true that potentially Mourinho could have given him a little bit more chances, but he's not a great player. He never really adapted in this team. He never really played well for this team. So it's not just good news for the team because we're removing a player which isn't at the standards that we want. It's not only good news for Tammy, but it's also good news for him because I think a team like Bologna will be way more grateful for him. I think he can give a massive impact to a club like Bologna, if you ask me. He can't drag a team which is composed of so many, quite a lot of big players, and he is a player which last season barely ever played. So it's good for him. It's a good move in his kind of football career. It is a loan. If Bologna are surprised by SHOMURODOV, if Bologna are keen to buy SHOMURODOV, then I think they will not make problems in buying him. Because I think SHOMURODOV is a good player when it comes to these teams. He can give an impact to these teams, which in clubs like Roma, in clubs like, an example is Napoli, Inter Milan, he can't really give an impact to. So it is definitely a good move for him, and obviously he accepted this. Obviously we discussed yesterday how Mourinho left him out of the squad list when it comes to the friendly match against Tottenham, which will be played in literally less than 1 hour. So we'll talk about that, the preview of that match in a second. And his agents also spoke a few days ago saying that they didn't exclude anything, so anything could have potentially happened. And I think the Portugal tour 2022 this season kind of made Mourinho rethink about SHOMURODOV because he gave him quite a lot of chances, right? And SHOMURODOV never really surprised, never really impressed. So I think at the start of the Portugal, before the Portugal preseason, I think Mourinho was actually keen in keeping SHOMURODOV as a backup striker for Tammy. But then he's given him a chance against Sunderland. He's given him a chance against Portimonense. He's given him 45 minutes against Sporting Lisbon. He's giving him a chance against Nice. He never really convinced. He never scored. So I think Mourinho rethought about SHOMURODOV. And in these last couple of days, I think he told Thiago Pinto that he wasn't part of this project anymore. And this is exactly why teams have shown interest in SHOMURODOV in the last couple of days. Bologna was interested in him. Torino and Sampdoria were all interested in him. And then Bologna, apparently, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, in the last hour, has made an assault, and SHOMURODOV is one step away from joining Bologna on loan. So what does this mean? This means that it kind of leaves a gap it leaves a space, it leaves a crater, it leaves a hole, which obviously needs to be fixed by Thiago Pinto, and this hole represents the backup striker, which is the position which Shomurodov took. So what does this mean? It means that it frees up some space. Now we've talked about Belotti, right? And we spoke how Belotti was, in my opinion, a great move. If Shomurodov left, Belotti is now one big chance. He's one of the players which Thiago Pinto will focus on the most when it comes to kind of swapping him with Shomurodov. Now, I've read some comments in yesterday's stream asking, do I really think Belotti will play as a backup striker? And the answer is yes, because Tammy Abraham is miles better than Belotti, first point. And second point, even if Belotti would play next to Tammy Abraham, does that mean that we would play with Tammy, Belotti, Dybala, Zaniolo and Pellegrini all together? Like, that is the literal word of being unbalanced. So if Belotti comes in, don't expect him to start. He has given priority to Roma. He's waiting for offers because he knows that Roma are interested in him. Yes, he's got the experience. Yes, he can bag goals. But one thing about Belotti is that he's very much injury prone. And the second thing about Belotti is that he's not going to come in this team and be, the main striker. Because, and I think this is something which he knows already, which Thiago Pinto has already kind of told him. Belotti, if he comes, will not be a first striker. And don't think that if Belotti comes, he will play next to Tammy. Because if Belotti plays next to Tammy, it means that one of the three players between Dybala, Pellegrini and Zaniolo won't play. And that to me makes no sense. We need to think about the defensive section as well. So now that Gini is about to come, that's another potentially move. So if Belotti comes, which is something which can happen now that Shomurodov is basically gone, to prepare the assault for a backup striker, Roma was in need to sell players. Now they've kind of resolved this Shomurodov thing. Now they can focus on buying a backup striker after they end the Wijnaldum deal, which, as I've been saying, is the priority for Thiago Pinto in these days. But yeah, Belotti is an option. Another option could be Muriel. Again, same discussion about Muriel. If Muriel comes in, he will be a backup striker, and he knows this. There is no space for Muriel to play next to Tammy or just in the attacking side. So Muriel or Belotti, if they come in, they need to accept the fact that they are gonna start as backup strikers. Then don't get me wrong, there can be a moment in the season where Tammy stops scoring and Muriel is on fire, or Belotti is on fire, and obviously Mourinho will take advantage of that time of the season and start Muriel over Tammy. But right now, Tammy Abraham is the starting player. Right now, Tammy Abraham is the player who will play next to Dybala, next to Pellegrini, and next to Zaniolo. And I can't see other ways. So any player which comes now to replace Shomurodov will and does already know, in my opinion, that they are going to come in this team to play as backup strikers. So this is definitely something to acknowledge. And yeah, is Roma swapping Shomurodov for Belotti? It's not swapping. So obviously Belotti was an old Torino player. Now he's out of contract. He hasn't got a team. So it's not a situation where we're giving Torino Shomurodov and Torino are giving us Belotti. One, because Torino is not the team, which is one step away from Shomurodov. It's Bologna. And two, Torino, Belotti's not a Torino player anymore. So I think what you mean is if Shomurodov goes out, then Belotti comes in, and that is something which can happen. That is something which Mourinho would absolutely love, to get Belotti to replace Shomurodov. That is something which Mourinho has already confirmed to Thiago Pinto. So that is definitely something. So news on defender. No news on defenders right now, lads and lasses. Right now, Thiago Pinto's priority, and I'm going to say this again, is to end Wijnaldum, which will be ended at the start of next week, and we'll talk about Wijnaldum in a second. What I am another thing is to try and get a backup striker. Pasalic, no news on Pasalic. No news on Pasalic as well. So this is the situation. Shomurodov, one step away from joining Bologna on loan. And that means that leaves a space for a new player, a new backup striker to come in. Let's talk about Wijnaldum, and then I'm going to talk about the lineup, and then I'll end the stream. Wijnaldum is 99.999% done. Apparently today, PSG not only have agreed to split the wages between them and Roma, but another thing which Wijnaldum has agreed to is to refuse PSG's bonuses. So obviously in the contract which PSG offered Wijnaldum when he became a new PSG player, there were a lot of bonuses. Wijnaldum has said, has turned down all of these bonuses to accelerate the deal between the two sides, and this emphasizes how much he wants to join Roma, how much he wants to join Mourinho. What does this mean? This means that his value drops, not his value, his wages drops even more, and it can be even easier for the two sides to find an agreement, not only to how much to pay and split the wages, but also to find an agreement of how much money Wijnaldum will earn. So that is definitely the big update, and people are saying that apparently Wijnaldum to Roma will be completed, done, everything signed on a piece of paper after the 1st of August, which is on Monday. You're probably asking yourself, why? What's happening? Apparently, this isn't confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and these guys, but it's something which has been confirmed by some lower levels. Apparently, in the contract when Wijnaldum signed for, which he signed for PSG, there was this kind of detail which said that after the 1st of August 2022, after the 1st of August 2022, PSG would automatically pay Wijnaldum 3 million euros. And this obviously means that this is a big reason of why there is still no big completed deal in these days. Because apparently, after the 1st of August, PSG are in a position where they need to pay 3 million to Gini, because it said so in the contract. So Gini's like living life now. You know, he's not doing anything. He's not being. He was not included in the squad list for the French Super Cup in Israel. And after the 1st of August, he automatically earns 3 million euros. And then after that, he's going to come to Rome. So he's coming to Rome even richer than he was before. And that is something which was stated in Gini's contract. And this is another reason why potentially there is still no completed deal confirmed by Fabrizio Romano or Gianluca Di Marzio, because the 1st of August is that apparently on Monday. And this is why people are saying that from Monday onwards, in fact Monday, it's where most probably 90% there will be the completed deal, and potentially also the official statement from Roma. Now let's look at the lineup, right? Because we are playing against Tottenham tonight. We're playing against a side which has grown a lot, one of the best sides in England. I don't expect us to win this friendly match, but what I do expect is, what I kind of hope won't happen is a battering from Tottenham. It is a friendly match. I do want us to win. Do I think we'll win? No, I don't. They have got the likes of a Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Kulusevski. I think their defense is crap, just like ours. So I think it could potentially be a match where a lot of goals will be scored, but they've got Kane, they've got Son. Realistically speaking, we're not going to win this friendly match, but who cares? Friendly matches are all about trying tactics and all of these things. So great if we win, but if we lose, then it's not going to be the end of the world. One thing which is very important about this friendly match is that we're playing against a team which is better than us. Something which right now we never did. So what happens? When we play against better teams, the team doesn't step up in the pitch going, right, I've won this match because I'm a better team than them. And this is exactly what happened in these entire friendly matches in Portugal. Because we were playing against teams which are worse than us. Right now we're playing against a team which is better than us, everyone expects Tottenham to win. So a potential surprise might happen. Mourinho put the strongest lineup which he has got right now. This means, and it's a message to Thiago Pinto, because Mourinho's putting the starting 11 right now, which will start the Serie A. And this is a match which Thiago Pinto will see. And if we lose this match, Thiago Pinto will know by starting our best players which positions to improve even more in the transfer market. So it's a friendly match where, yes, I want us to win, but if we don't win, it might have a better impact than if we win, if you see what I mean. If we lose this match, the impact could be greater than if we win this friendly match. Because if we lose this friendly match, Thiago Pinto will accelerate his transfer market moves. If we win this friendly match, Thiago Pinto could potentially go, well, we won against Tottenham, I am going to buy a few other players, but no big improvement will be made. So, obviously I want us to win. Yes, I want us to win. We're playing against Kane and Son. If we win, we can brag about this in front of Lazio fans. You know, I won against Kane and Son. Who did you win against? Lazio are playing a friendly match against the Qatarian national team, just to give you a perspective. So obviously I do want us to win. Obviously I do want to see Tammy link up with Dybala. But if we lose, it's not going to be the end of the world. These are friendly matches. Now let's look at the lineup, because as I just said, Mourinho put the strongest lineup to give a message to Thiago Pinto. You know, the realistic side of this is exactly this. Because today, for the first time ever, we are seeing Rui Patricio in goal and not Villar in goal. Mancini, Smalling, Ibanez and Korsdorp. Cristante and Pellegrini. So Pellegrini's playing deeper down in the midfield. They're waiting for Gini. And then Zalewski is starting over Spinazzola. And then up front, Zaniolo, Dybala, and Tammy. Biggest squad right now. I want to see how Dybala plays, because obviously the friendly match which we lost against the Serie B team wasn't on TV, so I don't know how Dybala plays next to Tammy. But if Dybala scores today, it would be amazing. So you see what I mean? It's a friendly match. Hopefully we win, but it's not the end of the world if we don't. The real matches which we need to win are going to start in about 2 weeks. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope this live stream was useful. I'm going to let you go, have your dinner if you're in Italy, and then watch and relax on a sofa and watch the friendly match, which is our biggest friendly match of the preseason. So this is another kind of push on for the team. It's our biggest friendly match against the only team which we played against in this preseason, which is better than us. So let's surprise them. Let's surprise every football fan. So obviously tomorrow we will talk about the friendly match, and then on Monday, Gini will there'll probably be a live stream, you know, confirming Gini and everything. And then after that, I also ranked Serie A kits, home kits from best to worst. So I can't wait to leak that video to you guys. And if you haven't already, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Let's try and get 5,000 subscribers by the start of the season. Would be absolutely amazing. By the way, I'm planning a massive 5,000 subscribers special video. Actually, 5,000 special series. There you go. Won't leak anything else. So if you haven't already, make sure to smash the subscribe button, share the link with your families and friends, and also let me know your impressions of Shomurodov going on loan to Bologna, and who you think Thiago Pinto will buy to replace Shomurodov's left spot. Don't forget to smash the like button in this video and follow me on Instagram over there in the orange box over Simon _ AS _ Elder out is Elder out. Indeed, my friend, Elder Shomurodov is 99% gonna become a new Bologna player on loan, not on a permanent deal, on loan in the next couple of days. So I'll catch you soon, and up the boys tonight. Go on, lads, let's surprise Sonny and Kaney. Catch you soon. Simon out.